Alright, good morning everybody. Welcome back to another great day on the channel. So, welcome to exploring the South Gippsland Railway part 4. So we're going to start today going to Cranbourne Station and seeing the start of the abandoned part of the railway. Then after that, we're going to make our way further down into the railway and go and see a couple of the bridges. We're going to see the big railway bridge that's in between Worri and Monomeith Station. Try and walk to some of the other ones that are around the area. Maybe go and see the Manks level crossing bridge as well, since that's on the way. Do a couple of other things. We're going to try and find the Caldermeade Station. We're going to try and find Monomeith Station and find the points and the siding that the station did have on the line. Try and find another bridge that's after Yallock Station, and then maybe head back down to Nyora, and I'm going to go see the Locomotive pit because I actually missed that on the first time I went down there. So I would like to see that while I'm down in the area today. Also, for anyone asking, the beanie is from Will James Railways. Please check out his channel. And also my jumper is from Parker's Collection on Instagram. Please give them a follow. And if you'd like to make a custom jumper, please go through there. Alright guys, let's get into the video. Roll the intro. This is the former level crossing next to Cranbourne Station on the Cranbourne line. This line is electrified and is part of the Melbourne Metro network. This is now the end of the line instead of going into Gippsland. But still remaining in the level crossing are the railway signal lights. Still standing but slowly deteriorating as time goes on. The road has paved over the railway tracks, so the tracks are no longer to be seen. Just the signals themselves stand tall. And once you cross the road, it's the beginning of the abandoned South Gippsland Railway. Alright guys, we are on the start of the abandoned bit of the South Gippsland Railway. We just talked a little bit about the level crossing and what's still left that's over there. Right now we're standing at what looks like the activation points and some of the switches and the power points. And like the power boxes for the actual level crossing itself. You can see here there are two wires running into these power boxes just over here, which probably would give power to activate the signal and to sense the train coming in on the tracks. And as you can see, the HMCT is leaving Cranbourne Station right now, which one day V-Line would have been coming through here to get to Leongatha. There's new telephone wires on this side and the old railway ones on the left side. And there's actually these long metal beams that are posted into the ground, and what it looks like, these could have been the extension for the overhead wire from Cranbourne Station, because they are using the same poles on this side. So maybe it was proposed that the overheads were going to come at least out this far, but they didn't. I'm guessing all of this is railway infrastructure. Yeah, very cool. A concrete slab that's empty, which probably would have had one of these same poles coming out of it. And just walking along through, and we've got a couch on the tracks. Someone's been chilling here. Pretty cool spot, to be honest. So as you walk along this way, you'll see the abandoned power lines for the railway on this side, the fresh ones that side, as we mentioned before. And we've got a full railway signal that's not in use. That's really cool to see here. And the power boxes are actually all open. There's nothing in this one, and you can see some of the switchboards here in this one. And then what else we got? We got a little concrete box here. The lid's open. Just rubbish in there, really. Yeah, just a couple more electrics over here. Pretty cool. And that's the back of the signals. CBE 795. That's what's written on that board there. That's really cool that that's still there. If anyone can tell me what type of signal that is and what that code means, please leave a comment below. Got a lot of learning to do. Just gonna have a quick drive up on this section now. Then we're gonna head into the South Gippsland Railway properly, and we're gonna go see the other bits and bobs down there. got a telephone wire that's pretty much on its side, and then we've got one whistle post here leading up to the road, which has had the level crossing removed, which is just a little bit further up that way. So everyone knows this is Station Street, and it's all industrial area just on this side here, and the railway is cutting through this side. A lot of automotive shops on this side as well. Got an old post here, more telephone wires which go all the way down. And then I think from this section onwards, the telephone wires, there aren't any left actually, because I haven't seen any when I went to the Fort Holland siding. If you want to see that, that's in a separate video. But yeah, I didn't see any other telephone wires except these ones here on the Cranbourne section of the line. An old speedo sign, 46. Now on both sides we have the embankment raising a little bit, and we are going straight down the middle. Under some trees in the moment, and we've got a car door. You just wonder why these things get put here. This Cranbourne section of the line is actually pretty clear, which is an easy walk, unlike the rest of this railway. Alright, we're at the end of this section of the track. There's actually construction happening right in the middle there. So I don't know what's happening there, but if this line wants to reopen, putting a building in the middle of that is probably not ideal, and probably not going to allow the railway to go to Clyde in the corridor here. But I'm assuming that they're going to work around that if the railway is to reopen here. We've got the two telephone poles here that are still going all the way down back towards Cranbourne. And yeah, there's no tracks in the road either. That's been paved over. And on the other side is the Ford/Sperry Holland siding, which we've covered in a separate video. So if you do want to have a look at that, check that out. It's just on the other side there. It's just one track siding into the old Ford factory for parts. But yeah, let's go back, and we're going to go down into Gippsland now properly. I'm just at the Manks Road level crossing for a quick pit stop to see the Trestle Bridge that's still standing here. Pretty good, Nick. It's still looking all right. Obviously, they could all be looking a little bit better. That way is towards the Gather, and going this way is back towards Cranbourne. A little bit clearer coming from the Cranbourne side just this way for this short little walk here. There is a road that's going alongside this way. There's a road crossing bridge here. Then the railway crossing bridge is here, and the main road is just over there, and straight down in bushland is the rest of the railway tracks, which is covered in full bushes and everything, and you can't really walk over there from what I can see. And this is just the river going underneath. And like the bridges at Kuirab, you've got the gates to sort of stop you from going in, but you know, there's a pathway right there to get in there and just have a quick couple of shots. So yeah, anyway, let's keep moving. Alright, so I am back in Kuirab, and we are looking at the long concrete bridge that's going over the plains here in between Kuirab and Monomeith Station. So just coming off the Kuirab rail trail, the trail ends and it becomes railway tracks once again to more of the abandoned section of the line. As we covered in a previous video in my last part covering the railway, the Kuirab rail trail is a little section from the Trestle Bridges onwards that's part of the rail trail for the Avenue of Honour precinct in honour of the South Gippsland Railway, and it's like the little community centre as well. So let's trek down the tracks a little bit and go see the bridge. Just another shot of the rail trail that's over there, and coming down this way, railway tracks. And if you look this way, there's a footpath that does keep going around to another park and like a little bit of a lake area as well, but we are going this way. This is pretty cool. We're in between like a lot of farmland and stuff this way and that way. Yeah, like this is a really nice cool little spot, and the bridge obviously hasn't overgrown as the bridge is obviously higher up and less vegetation and trees and weeds will be able to grow in the tracks, and it leaves it looking pretty new and really good condition for photos and as a nice little memory in the South Gippsland Railway. That way to Leongatha, and that way back to Cooey-Rup. Alright, so I pressed on just a little bit, but it's full of blackberry bushes and thorns and I can't get through. I'm trying to find the big bridge, the really long rail bridge that goes over the plains, but I don't think I'll be able to get there. I might try from the Monomeith side when I head there now. I might do it in the next video if I can't get to it in this one. So yeah, let's get down to the next location and keep going. Alright, I am at Monomeith Road at the former level crossing. This is the way to Leongatha, and this side is Monomeith Station. So let's go have a look. Some tall grass, but not an issue. We can get through and it's not thorn bushes. Alright, we are at a set of points. There's the lever. Switches all the way in here. You wouldn't even know it. Hidden away. We've got another, probably that's part of the linkage system as well, just over there. And the spur is going off this way and the main line is just going straight. I believe Monomeith had one siding and one main, so it was 2 tracks altogether. I'll actually chuck up some information about Monomeith Station now and you can have a look at that, have a bit of a quick read while I continue to walk through. Just continuing on into the tall grass. Don't go into the long grass! Alright, with not much to look at, this is the main line. The siding was just on that side. You can't really see it with all the bushes being overgrown. And this mountain here would have been Monomeith Station. If you don't want to see this, you don't have to. But a carcass on the ground there. Let's keep going. Alright, I did make it to the end and the rails have been cut. So that's why I couldn't tell if there were tracks or not in the long grass. Because the rails have been cut in the siding, so they're all not there the whole way down. The only bits that were left are the bits to show you that there was a point switch there for a siding and that the sleepers are actually still here as a reminder that the alignment did go through this way. So that is Monomeith Station, but we are on the other end of the big rail bridge that I was trying to find from the other side at Cooey-Rup. I'm going to try and get down there. If I can't make it and it's going to take too long and too many thorn bushes, then I'll have to just give it a miss and find another way another day. We'll have a crack now and we'll see how we go. I think I made it. I see a fence. Yes, we made it. Okay, so I did jump the fence. I do not condone doing that. Got to be careful, got to be safe. But yeah, we're here, we made it. And gonna get some pictures. Let's have a walk around and enjoy the sunny Melbourne day. Loving it. Okay, so this is the rail bridge that goes over Yallock Creek, and it's quite a long one. It goes over a lot of plains, a lot of water area, and the creek is the main, I think was the main thing that the bridge was built for. But it's pretty cool how long this bridge is. I don't have an exact length, but it's very, very long. If you look at the driver's view, or the point of view, or if you see it from the side, it's a very, very long bridge. I'll actually add a clip of the driver's view now from a YouTube video I've seen. Check out this video if you want to see the line in action and what it looks like from the driver's view, from the V-line point of view. Okay, this isn't too bad. It's not too thorny. We're coming up to the second hang off area. Gonna get another picture from there. If you fall, it's all thorn bushes down there. You're not getting back up. By the looks of things, people have been here. There is path caved out in the grass, indicating that people have been here before. Honestly, not sure if it's worth it. I'm very itchy and it's full of thorns. I'm getting scratched up everywhere. Anyway, all right, I'm on the 3rd platform, and this whole rail bridge is adjacent to farms on either end. So yeah, it's full of farmland each side, and this cuts straight through the middle. And we're pretty close to the South Gippsland Highway as well. I'm pretty sure if all this was clear, you'd be able to see this rail bridge from the roadside. It's actually so overgrown up here. Considering how the other bridges were, how they didn't have any sort of vegetation on it at all. This one's really copped it a fair bit, and just makes it that much harder to walk, obviously. But yeah, we're doing it. Another platform edge. I don't know what the real term is for that, but I just call it an edge. Platform edge, bridge edge, whichever edge. The ground's finally coming up a little bit on this side. Still a fair way down. 2 more bridge edges. I gotta learn what these are called. And yeah, adjacent to farmland. That side you can see now, all the paddocks. I think I've lost count. I think this is number 6. Got a broken tree branch on the line. Let's go under. I've reached the end of the bridge, and I've reached a wall of blackberry bushes. So this is probably what I was seeing from the other side at Cooey Rup. But yeah, lucky we could make it from Monomeith Station. It was a decent walk, but not too bad at all. But pretty cool to see. All right, so that was the bridge in between Cooey Rup and Monomeith. Bit of a trek, copped a bite from an ant, saw a snake. But yeah, was pretty cool and was worth seeing this rail bridge in person and doing the walk. I think that was a really cool thing. But yeah, time to head back and let's go and find the location of Caldermeade Station. All right, let's go. This is the Caldermeade Road level crossing and the former site of Caldermeade Station. Caldermeade Station opened on the 11th of November in 1890 and closed on the 6th of October in 1958, quite a while before the actual closure of the passenger services in 1993. Alright, time to head down towards Nyora. Alright, so what we've done is we pulled off the main road, which is McDonald's track, and we are walking down a bit of the line towards another rail bridge, and this is actually close to the Australian glass manufacturing siding, so the Koala siding. This is just before it, as Nyora is a little bit further down, but we're walking to see if we can find this rail bridge. I've had a bit of luck so far. It's been a lot clearer than it has been in the day so far, so hopefully we can get there pretty quickly, get back quickly, and head to the next spot. Just notice on this little bit, the line on this side is actually missing, and it rejoins a little bit further up there. I wonder why this specific little bit of the track is missing. We've got an old speeder sign here, but the actual speed number itself is not on there. The line is currently going adjacent to Sandbelt Industries. And the line continues this way to Nyora. Another railway remnant, some sort of pole. Not too sure what would have been on that one. That's a pretty well dug out wombat hole. I'm enjoying this bit. An easy walk down the railway line. No thorns, nothing. I'm not getting bit by the ants. I'm not running into snakes, thank God. But lots of wombat holes. No wombats. I don't know if I want to see any more Australian wildlife. As I say that, I see a wombat. First time I've ever seen a wombat in the wild. I'm really living it today. Alright, so I just came up onto a wombat and I'm not dealing with it. No thanks. I don't want to get charged by a wombat, so I'm going to go back. I'm just going to go to Nyora and see the locomotive pit over there. Yeah, I'm messing with no wombats, but I'm not getting charged. Claude, I ain't getting none of it. We're going to skip this bridge that I made so much progress on. Like, this wombat is sitting in the middle of the railway track. I got one way, I got fences on each side. I can't go around him. If I make eye contact, I'm afraid he's going to charge at me. I'm not messing with no wombats today. I've seen snakes, I've seen lizards. Oh, I don't need wombats either. With my luck today, I'm gonna get flattened by a wombat, so no thanks. I almost made it too. I was right there. I was right there. Oh well. You know what I'll do? I'll come back in another video or the next part and we'll come back and do this bridge. All right, let's go to Nyora. We're back where the channel started. We are here at Nyora Station and things are looking a little bit different. And by different, I mean a couple of things are open. So the door here into this room is open. The old fireplace just there. Here's a window looking out to the park just behind where the general store is. Now, I believe this was the room where the op shop used to operate out of. They have moved, so they're not here anymore, but they have moved and they're still operating elsewhere. Yeah, wow. Have a look at this. This is a line diagram. Wow, that's pretty cool to see here. The camera list, a gauge over there. Pretty cool in here. Feels old school. You got the fireplace there as well. Yeah, very sad to see. Not sure I noticed if that was here or not before when I last came, just a single piece of rail there. Maybe it was, I don't know. I'll have to look back on my footage and see if that was still there. And there's the goods shed, still standing pretty well. Got a sleeper on the platform. The old lights. You see the other lights where the siding would have gone and met the goods platform there. All the pillars and probably what would have been a longer platform over there, possibly. I'll have to have a look at a diagram of it back in the day. And right there is the start of the Great Southern Rail Trail. I've got to say, it's pretty cool coming here and sad at the same time. But yeah, it would have been great to see this place in action. All right, I'm just walking up to the old signal to see the turntable and the locomotive pit, get a photo of that. So, nearly there. So I'm having a thought now that I'm standing on this old like round metal structure, right? Now I'm thinking, could this possibly be the roof of the water tanker that used to be here to fill up the steam locomotives? I don't know, it could be. If someone has an idea, maybe if this is what it was, then yeah, comment down below if you can match up pictures, because I'm gonna go home and see if I can match up a photo of this to the roof of the water tanker that was here. But yeah, I don't know, maybe. Who knows? I've just had a walk back towards the Cranbourne way to see where the tracks actually cut off to Nyora, because past the railway signal, there's still no tracks. So I walked up a little bit and I can see where the tracks have been cut off. Here's the end point. And right there is the abandoned section back to Cranbourne. And then the rest is the Great Southern Rail Trail once you get past this little bit here. There's a rail in the ground there, which probably means whistle post. And there's actually a little concrete bit over here. Probably, I think it was like a walk path, like people walked over this or something. And also here is remnants of a switch? No, it's one point. So I think this was to derail the trains. A catch point. There's a pole there. I don't know if that's a speedo for a speed marker. And that's pretty much all that's left here. Coming up to those old sleepers now, next to the old signal as well. The last remaining track here at Nyora. All right, and we're back at the turntable. So for those of you who do want to see the locomotive pit, if you cross the turntable and just to the left of it, there it is. You've got one pit here and you've got another one on this side. There's tracks from this way and there's tracks from this way. So being a locomotive inspection pit, you would be standing here and you'd be able to get a look underneath the locomotive and have a look and make sure that the locomotive's in running order, make sure all the parts are all up and ready to go. Might be a bit hard to see, but there's another brick wall that side. It's brick all around. My bad, there was actually 4 inspection pits. The 4 are actually in a line and I had no idea when I last came here. Just didn't realize. New to the game. Now I know. So yeah, we're learning heaps. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. All 4 inspection pits are still there and they all still have track laid. Obviously maybe only one, maybe the second one, you can really see the track and have a look inside, but the other 2 are just completely overgrown. There is still track laid here, but yeah, it's all overgrown on this side. The right side is very much clear. I feel like I've done this before. Anyway, thanks again for joining me for another part of exploring the abandoned South Gippsland Railway. Hope you guys are enjoying this video series. There's probably not too much to explore on the actual abandoned side where the track is still laid, except the rail trail side, which we'll probably do one day. I'm keeping the videos fast and coming, and thanks again for all your support, guys. I really appreciate it. Standing here, maybe I think it was 10 months ago now, was my first time coming here and exploring this railway. Standing in this very same spot was my first location visiting the Nyora Station and area here. So yeah, thanks again, guys. I really appreciate your support. If you liked the video, then give us a like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, comment below. I'll be answering any of your questions. Anything you want to see me do, leave it in the comments below. Shout out to Parker's Collection for making my jumper. Shout out to Will for the beanie, and shout out to the Yarra Valley Tourist Railway for the hat. If you're wondering where I got any of my stuff, that's where I got them from. So yeah, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Take care.